Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. So, this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a very long time, and I made a video actually a couple of days ago called What Changes Need to Be Done in War Dragons. A lot of you guys responded in that video, which I really do appreciate. I took some suggestions from that, kind of modified what I said, and I'm going to make a new one because Pixel said that she'd be emailing this or sending like quotes from it or whatever to the dev team, which is something that they haven't done in a very long time. The last time they've really looked at community feedback and given a response in terms of to a large group of people, because let's say, because this is what I'm really looking for. This video is taken to the dev team, right? And I don't think it's as much to ask. A response to the video and suggestions, the top ones, and explain, are they going to do this or why they aren't going to be doing this, and what they think about it. Because we haven't gotten that since the player request forums. And that was taken down. I really don't understand why, because that was the one way people could express their opinions to PG, and it was actually looking at. It was actually taking a look at. By the way, guys, this will be a little bit of a longer video. I do apologize, however, there's just a lot of stuff I want to cover. And this will be edited as well with timestamps, starting, I guess, right now on the screen for you guys, so you guys know exactly where everything is, especially if devs are watching this currently. So if you are, thank you for watching this. Alright, and I just want to preface, every single one of these are not just from a 15-year-old kid, because in all honesty, every single one of these is either one from the community, it was taken straight from what the community said as a whole, because in my live streams, if you've ever watched them, I know at least one dev watches them, at least a couple of them. The community really does respond in those and talks. We had a 3.5 hour live stream, legit almost talking about the entire time mega attacks and hacking and all that stuff. And I'm going to go over that in this video, but I just wanted to say, it's not just me, this is the community as a whole. I don't get anything out of making this video except to make this game better. I know this is a long intro, guys, but, you know, whatever. People ask me why I complain a lot about PG but still play the game. It's because I care enough about the game and trying to make it as successful as possible. Because the reason why I started playing this game was because it was the top 5 grossing app in the world. It's not there anymore. And I think I know the reason why. And the game is obviously declining in terms of popularity. But I don't think it's too late to reverse it. So, here are the top things that I think need to change. And again, guys, please share this video with your friends. I would really appreciate it if this video could get like 10,000 views. Guys, make a YouTube account if you are watching this with no YouTube account. Please comment. Please like the video if you agree, dislike it if you don't. I want to see how many people actually agree and people who don't. I just need PG to understand this is not just me, but a community effort. Because I know it, but I need them to. So, the biggest thing, I'm going to start out now. The biggest thing that has to change is balance in terms of growth. The game is extremely unbalanced in terms of amount of money that you need to spend in order to grow. I want to go ahead and show you guys really quick on the screen. This is a chart that a couple of higher levels created, and I think it pretty much depicts exactly the issue. Is that when you start out in the game, you have these dragons that are very low level, right? They're not that, I mean, they don't cost much at all in terms of breeding tokens and in terms of leveling up. You can level up very quickly, very easily. And you only have to spend a little bit, or even just, if you want to progress really quickly in the game, it's $100 to $200 pretty easily. Will get you up, to level, 50. Just in a blink of an eye. Because gold chest drops are the same at every single level in the game. But if you look at the chart, as people slowly get to higher levels, the game seems to really seem like a grind. And yes, it should be, right? The amount of money you spend, grinding should be more tedious than spending money. Spending money should get you stuff in the game. But right now, nothing has changed in terms of how gold chest contents are balanced. And the tiers just keep adding up. We're getting a new tier every 3 months, basically, within a very short time frame. And people, this is not me, because I'm not spending a ton of money, but people in my group chats and my guide chat online said, basically, it seems like we're just putting money into this constantly because you guys are introducing new tiers. So that needs to change. First off, it should not be every 3 months. Trust me when I say top players are not going to be really upset at you if you don't introduce a new tier. They don't want to spend more money, but they're going to. And I think it's really being taken advantage of at this point that, really, what's the point of releasing all these new tiers except to get a lot of money? You're not progressing the game because a lot of lower levels are quitting because there's no way they're going to get to a higher level where it will be even useful. Sorry, where they will even be able to get these divine dragons. Sorry, not divine dragons, these main dragons. What's the point of playing a game that you'll never be able to get to even close to Emerald tier even? I don't see a free-to-play getting the Emerald tier anytime soon. And I mean like 2 years of grinding. I am not even to Emerald tier, and I've been playing this game almost 2 years, and I've spent a lot of, not as much as some people, but a lot of money. That has to change. So my suggestion, okay, if you're not, this needs to change. First off, tiers should not be coming out as quickly as they are right now. That's a big thing. Actually, an admin on the forums from PG said they were not going to be releasing any new tiers anytime soon. Well, guess what? We got 3 new tiers right after that. So 1, that's a lie. 2, that, if an admin says that, 1, that admin should be banned, or whatever. Like, that it should be an apology from the admin for giving out false information, which never happened. And 2, that shouldn't even really happen because the communication within the company should be sound. So I don't know why that happened, sorry. But, I mean, again, that's stupid. So, alright. Here's my suggestion that I feel like will fix all those issues. Make gold chest content relative to the player's level. Make gold chest content relative to the player's level. So, for example, a level 2 in the game gets the same amount of speed ups as a level 500 player. Even though a level 500 player, and I got confirmation, $400 to get 1 tower from 50 to 55. $400. Why? Because the contents of gold chests do not scale with level. Because level 500s are getting the exact same amount because when they have towers that take almost 50 times longer, not exactly, but that's an issue, right? It's pretty close. 50 times longer than a person who's level 2, that's wrong. Especially when they're the one who is paying the most money. So gold chest content should be relative to your level. I don't understand why they aren't. And that, again, that one applies with speed ups because, like that chart showed, really it's becoming a grind. It's so hard to get these normal dragons because breeding tokens don't drop much in gold chests, and when they do, it's the same amount. 3,000 breeding tokens gets you nowhere. So for example, if I was to get Apathetic in one breeding event, the amount of legendary gold chest drops that I would need is almost what? So it'd be 10 for, so 30,000 is 10. So you times that basically, what? By almost 7? So 210, I believe, that's correct, right? Because 30,000, 70 legendary breeding token drops. That's 70 times, you don't really get more than 1 legendary drop per gold chest. So that would be opening, that's insane. That's opening up 700 gold chests, which is, that's a lot of freaking rubies. And that's just for 1 dragon. When you're releasing an entire tier, this has to change. That is one of the biggest issues with this game, is that the balance, it's not balanced at all. I think, yes, it should be more difficult to level up as you get to higher levels. However, it should not be this unbalanced to an extent where higher level players are just leaving the game because it's becoming too expensive. And it's becoming such a grind that's not even possible. I've been working on getting Renard for almost 3 breeding events now. Sure, I haven't been as active, but I have been doing events. I just spent 60,000 rubies and a little more to get 50,000 tokens out of 200. Let's say I was getting Apathetic or any mythic, or even in the higher tiers, I think it's more, like 1 million. Think about how much that would cost in terms of real life money. So I don't understand why this has not been done. But again, gold chest drops have to be relative to your level. And also, really what needs to happen is that, and also make backbreeding more of a thing. Because right now, it's like you have to get every single dragon to get all these. Because these higher level players are going to spend to try to get every single dragon as possible, as many dragons as possible, in order to be successful against as many different bases. Because, of course, dragons are going to do better against certain bases more than others. So that's, gold chests have to change like that. this is something, if nothing else changes, this needs to change. More than anything, this has to change for the, continuation of the game. I would spend more money if this would happen. I know others would as well. So that is gold chest drops. Now, next thing I want to talk about, and this is probably it's becoming less and less important, of course, but that is wars. Wars have changed so much since I started the game. Wars have such a potential to be so strategic. I could make so many videos on different war strategies and all that, but here's the thing. When you're having these team ranking points in events, that's not the point of events. The point of events is trying to trying to get stuff in order to get other stuff. Personally, and this is it's shaky. Some people say yes, some people say no. I don't think the team points or whatever, ranking points, should be in events. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think wars, since this game is called War Dragons, should be more of an impact. But there are a couple of different issues with wars that said we're going to get fixed, but 2 years later are still not fixed. And here's the thing. The game's called War Dragons for a reason. Wars used to be very, very important. Everyone stressed how, you had to do your war attacks. Yes, that's still a thing in higher leagues, but not as much now. And there's also ways to mess up other war attackers. Pre-war attacks is still a thing. They said they were going to fix it. Well, guess what? Now you can't defend against them, but people can still attack, apparently. I haven't seen that. That's just what I've heard from the community. So if that's the case, that needs to change ASAP. Because really, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But make it so that there's a war pop-up banner. So people at least know that it is an actual war attack. That would make it, alright. So that needs to change. Also, airplane mode glitch has to stop now. This really does mess up a ton of wars. I've seen wars that, not with my team personally, but with other teams sending me screenshots where they have no points and no flames against the other team because they're just constantly doing airplane mode. And when the team's reported, nothing happens. Put on the forums, nothing happens. The airplane mode should get people banned as soon as they do it. Here's the thing. And I hear this recurring theme. Everyone thinks this, so it's not just me, by the way. It feels like people in Diamond do this all the time. If you're in Diamond, you're saying, "Oh, I don't do it. I don't care." People do it in Diamond. There's no denying it. I see it all the time in line chats. But they're not getting banned. Why? Maybe because they're the ones who are spending a lot of money. So I feel like it's getting more to an extent of, okay, they're spending money, so I don't necessarily want to ban them. But it's affecting other players to a point where a couple people have decided to quit the game because wars have become so unfair and PG won't do anything about banning people who are doing this. Which makes it so it's completely unbalanced. It's unfair to anyone who doesn't do it fairly. So you're giving advantage to those teams who are doing it without being fair, basically. And they can do it all they want. Sure, some teams get banned. How many Diamond teams have been fully banned? Not very many at all. I can bet you right now. Not very many at all. So that needs to change. And then also, this is a quick, addition to this that Tony Wren gave to me. That's how you say your name, Tony. Sorry if that's not. But have an option to where you can have a ring, when you're trying to defend against war attacks. Have a war ringer that's set. How you can go here. And you go to game, and then you hit, music and sounds. If you could change that, and you could have another option for, war attacks, that'd be really nice. To see in the game. So, yeah, shouts to him. That was his personal thing. Highly agree with that. That would be really cool, so you could actually see when it was about. But yeah, that's wars. I think that it really does need to change. It's you put so much time and effort into trying to strategize. You spend so much time on trying to set up decoys, set up all this stuff, setting up, war backers, all this, just to have someone do airplane glitch, which, by the way, guys, I'm not telling you how to do. Yes, I know how to do it. Not actually very many people know how to do it. Sorry. Surprisingly, a lot of people know how to do it. Or at least, not a lot, but some people know how to do it. And for example, right now, this team, Shadow Fighters, did it against 3 defenses that I did. I'm probably going to report them. I just need to have firm evidence, because I don't want it to seem like I'm just reporting them for no reason. But, like, this is, I believe this is platinum, right? This is a platinum team, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, platinum 3, and people are doing it. Like, what in the world? So this needs to change, alright? Okay, so that's that. Wars, just everything on Wars, that's that. Runes. These are changes that I really think would help impact the game to make it more strategic. Because it says it's a real-time strategy game. It isn't. It's how many dragons you can buy as quick as possible and get them leveled up. And then, hack your way and whatever. Okay, yeah, that's great and all. But it's not really strategic anymore. So here's my suggestions on how to fix the rune issues. First off, add different types of runes for all the new spells they introduce. Do not introduce any new spells until you made runes for them. Don't do it. Because here's the thing. We're introducing all these epic rages, epic cloaks, epic, wisdom. That's great and all. But that's not what we want. We want increases in duration of different spells. We want increases, sure, in rage generation. That's nice. But we want to have runes for the spells. It's getting so boring to place the same exact runes on all these dragons, and we don't even have access. Sorry, we don't even have enough rage runes to put on all the dragons. And then, events give out the same exact glyphs every single freaking time. Like, we have the exact same healing strikers every single event, and it's like, no one needs those. Sure, if you get 3, they're really good to place on your monuments, but no one needs them. And it's like, come on, dude. Introduce new runes. That's one of the first things that need to happen. And this is my personal... Okay, so here's what I came up with myself. So, PG, you know how there's 2 modifiers right here? Have it so the second modifier for different runes is a little bit unique. So, for example, let's say you have this one right here, Epic Invincibility. Invincibility duration plus 24 seconds. Sorry, 0.24 seconds. The second modifier for this would be when you're invincible, you gain a certain percent of health back for every couple seconds that you are in it. Or you do more damage while you're invincible. Or you do less damage. Sorry, not less damage. You do more damage when you're invincible. Or maybe your max HP increases. Like, for example, let me show you. Where is it? Legendary. This is probably one of my favorite runes right here. These are cool. Right here. If we get more of these, this would add so much more strategy. Because you could really make your dragons unique. Legendary Tough Healing. Rejuvenate prevents damage. Plus 6.8%. This means that when you are using Rejuvenate, damage coming at you is going to be reduced by 6.8%. There's also one that's Tough Healing, Healing Frenzy. I need to find it really quick so I can show you. But I think this, if they could, you have to do this with more. Rejuvenate, when you're doing it, increases the attack that you deal. So this makes it so it's actually very personalized. You can have your dragon do different things at different times based on the spells you're using. So this adds some strategy. I know there would be glitches that would be introduced because of this, because this is PG. And no offense, but, you can't really deny. Every single time there's, a huge update, almost 100% of the time there's bugs. I don't care. I just want to see more strategy added to the game. Now it feels like you just get the divines, you get, whatever runes, you get, put as much rage runes as possible, and then that's it. And then you just learn how to fly. Sure, there are certain strategies with Necrix especially, which I'm doing a video on, but other than that, there really isn't that option. So there needs to be an increase in the type of runes you can get, but also a variety of different types of runes you can get based on the spells. That would be so good. Alright, so this is the final thing with runes. Okay? Changing runes on monuments should cost no rubies. It's stupid. Again, this is a strategy game. With the introduction of all these new dragons, the meta is always changing. So for example, Necrix is so OP against fire and ice turrets. So let's say you have, 4 islands, which I know people have, of legit just fire and ice turrets and dark flags. And they have all these runes for them. But now they have to spread it out because of Necrix. Well, now you have to spend, and for example, my thing alone, for my runes, I don't have any mythics equipped. It would take 30,000 plus rubies just to switch runes on monuments. That's $100 worth just on switching monuments. So, 2 things need to happen. Sorry, one of 2 things. 1, reduce the cost to almost nothing, or completely remove the cost. I don't see a point of doing this except to get money. I really don't. It's a strategy game. The meta is always changing. We are stuck with these same base layouts, and I have mentioned this so many times. I want to change my base layout. It sucks. But I can't because of the amount of rubies I would have to spend to change it. And, you know, you spend so much time and effort getting these runes, but then you can't get any more. Sorry, you don't get a lot, you know, really. So you're stuck with kind of these same runes, and you don't want to salvage them because then you would lose a lot, and you already spent so much rune dust. So no, it's either one, you can either, one, charge 0 rubies, or 2, charge rune dust. I could see rune dust being a thing, right? Because you can farm silver chests in order to get more rune dust. It can't be like 1,000,000 rune dust for 1 rune, because that would be stupid. But like, you know, 10,000 rune dust for an epic rune, and 100,000 for a legendary rune, and 500,000 for a mythic. I think that would be fair. Because, for example, myself, personally, I had 50 million rune dust just sitting here, which I'm not going to use in the foreseeable future. So yeah, it could be those two things, but I don't really think that's too big of a thing to ask for, really. Just remove the cost. I don't think that would take, you know, a whole lot of coding. I mean, I'm not an engineer or whatnot, but I really don't see that being too much of an issue, in terms, wait, this is equipped? Where is this equipped? Hold on, guys, sorry. Okay, never mind. I'll check after I record this, but I didn't realize. Okay, so that's runes. That has to change. Runes have such a potential in this game, but it doesn't because it's just so stupid because you have the same stuff over and over and over again. Alright. So, events. Alright. First thing first, bonus meter should never be taken out. Ever. Okay, here's the thing. I did mathematics in my stream. I got so much community feedback. Not a single person liked having the bonus meter gone. It made it so, okay, so for example, whenever I do well in events, when I don't spend money, and I just do it, grind it out, I normally get to around 60,000 points, roughly. Normally, that's pretty, not easy, but you grind, 4 days, you're good, you got it. This event, however, it would take 440-something runs, no inner fires, to just get this. 400 runs. Think about how many energy packs that is. That is insane. 200 runs for, it would be 200 runs if you use inner fires, but that's 200 inner fires. And with inner fires, only 20 per drop, which, by the way, should scale with level, because higher levels should, get people to have access to more of those, because normally they'll grind more, because they need better rewards to get better dragons and get more speed ups and all that. So that's why it should, I'm going back to the gold chest thing, but again, rewards have to scale. But this, for example, guys, I grinded legit 3 hours to get 13,000 points. Sorry, not even. That was just one stream. I did 13,000, I did so many runs just to get 13,000 points, and that was 3 hours, and that's nothing. Look, alright, if only 40-something, I think it's only 40 people globally reach max prize tier. 40 people globally, and consider how many people spend countless amount of dollars in the game. So if you, look at this. 2,113 acres. Alright, let's see here. 44. Okay, so this is about, so top 75. What is the max amount of points you can get? I think it's 200,000. 200,000. Alright, so that means that only roughly speaking, 60 people maxed out. If you see that, that's an automatic guaranteed response that this is trash, right? That means that it's not impossible, but it requires so much money to get there that very few people are going to spend. And that's an issue, right? That shouldn't happen. At least 2,000 people should be maxing out the event, every event. That's just what I see every single time. So if you see that, that's an automatic, oh great, we need to fix this. So 1, mega attacks are not a bad idea. Keep it in for the people who are going to spend. I'm not saying take it out. I think it's good. People who want to spend money, they don't care about how much, they just want to get it done fast. Sure, that gives them what they need. very quickly, very efficiently. Well, not efficiently, but efficiently for time's sake. They spend $2,000 an event. They max it out in 5 minutes, and they're chill with that. But people who are free to play, which again the balance is screwed, now they're only getting 13,000 points as a level 212. And how many? Okay, and I'm only getting to the rare. I could have grinded a little bit more, but there really wasn't a point. The amount of work I would have to put into this and the reward would be so minimal that it's not worth it. So again, bring back the bonus meter, and then also, and this is really what I want to stress, and I'm going to mention, I know for a fact, I can point you to a forum post made by me because I'm the one who did it. When the player request forum still existed, I was the second most voted request one month, and I said, you have to introduce more events. You have to. Bring back the same 2 events every other week is ruining the economy. Because people can't save up enough egg tokens and speed ups to, when you have events running a month after another. We have the exact same events, the same minor events, not major. Keep the majors, I don't care. Minor events, however, what's really messed up is that we can't save up enough breeding tokens in less than a month in order to get good enough points to get more breeding tokens. So it's like a recurring cycle where people have to spend more and more money for less and less. Because, for me, I'm not even getting... This is spending... Okay, I got 55,000 from spending 60,000 rubies. That is over $200. And that's not even 1/4 of a dragon. 1/4 of a dragon for $200. And I'm only... Oh yeah, and that's not even... I didn't even get all of this from the ruby drops. I got it from a little bit from the events as well. So, consider that when I say it needs to change. But, it's like you have to add more minor events. Or make it so there's events such as we used to have XP events, where you would get points based on the amount of XP that you gained over the course of the event. That is grinding. You get points for actually playing the game. That is what it needs. That's rewarding people who are going to spend more time in the game. If people are spending more time in the game, sure, you might not make as much money, right? However, people might be more inclined to spend money on getting rubies to get more speed ups. Sorry, not more speed ups. More healing pots now than before, right? Because if they're constantly, if they're trying to do as many runs as possible, sure, there's people like me who have, 400,000, sorry, not 400,000, 4,000, I don't know what I actually have now. I think 1.5 thousand healing pots. I probably won't go through that, but there's going to be people who are a lot more active than I am, and why do I have so many mentions? And when people say, oh, why do you, yeah, whatever. Anyway. Endgame, if you need me. So, yeah, we need more minor events, PG. Please, introduce these. We need them so badly. That's minor events. So, this is a really big issue, right, is hacking. Hacking is something that has been going on for so long. I can name off teams that are full of hackers. I don't know if they've been banned or not, but I might actually check out this video. But I'm not going to be racist, but I'm going to say the majority of the hackers that I see personally are Japanese, right? That's not being racist at all. All I'm saying is, generally speaking, a lot of the hackers are Japanese. So what that tells PG, or should tell them, is just be careful, okay? Be careful with hackers, because here's what I think, and I talked about this actually a lot in my 3.5 hour live stream. Here's the deal with hacking. People are going to be more inclined to hack if you're giving them a harder time to get stuff. So, for example, I know how to hack, personally. If I really was inclined to do so, I could get unlimited rubies, unlimited egg tokens, unlimited gold chests if I really wanted to. And I could probably get away with it, because their anti-cheating software is so bad that my friend, who is legit an idiot, and I'm being honest, he's an idiot. He hacked. He was not found out until someone found him. But he hacked. Someone who doesn't have any clue how to hack. It's not super simple, but there are easy ways to do it. And it's just so many people are doing it. It makes the game unfair, because people who are spending so much money to get this same stuff as people who are just hacking in 5 minutes get what those people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on, because you're not taking enough time to get an anti-cheat software going. Because other games have it. But why doesn't War Dragons? I feel like if you did do that, more people would be spending money, because then they would actually have to spend money than just cheating their way through. So is it worth it to invest some time in order to make a anti-cheating software? I think it would be. I mean, I think it honestly would be. So, yeah, I think, and again, I could do it, right? I probably could get away with it. To be honest, I could. What you really, I shouldn't be saying it on video, but legit, if you don't let people notice, you can get away with it. You could just silently give yourself stuff over and over and over again. Just don't tell anyone. Now, since I'm a YouTuber, people would notice, right? But if you grow really quickly and you try to get as many medals as possible, no one's going to know the difference. Unless someone randomly reports you and they check in on it, I doubt it. So, that's the thing, PG. That needs to change, because it's making it unfair. I know several people have left the game because of it, because they feel like, what's the point of spending money in a game that people are spending nothing and just hacking their way to it, and they're getting the exact same stuff for free. So yeah, I don't know, like, it's just so annoying to see that. But yeah, I don't know, it's just that. Alright, and then kind of just some minor things. I think I covered most of it. Oh yeah, big thing is, incubating eggs should not take 3 months to do. Don't reduce the times by so much. Especially if you're not going to make gold chest scale, drop scale with level, especially you're going to have to decrease this, because I spent over 200 12-hour speed ups getting 2 eggs. That's not me, but that's not me personally, but that was another person who, like, was very, very, vocal about it in one of my chats, because she spent over 200,000 to get, like, I think 2 or 3 eggs, because it takes so long. There's no point. I don't see the point. Like, maybe technically it makes sense, like, if it's Star Dragon, sure, it might take a little while longer, but at the same time, it shouldn't take 2 months to get 1 dragon. Like, that's stupid. It really is. So, that needs to change. It needs to be less. It makes no sense. Forging wise, and here's a big thing, is that, so you guys noticed that, and it's actually asked, like, quite a lot. I actually have access to the beta Forge. Beta. This thing, which introduced 6 months ago, has not been touched once. We have received no further information. No one else has gotten it. This Forge, guys, this salvage shop was, like, when anyone on the forums, and I used to be big on the forums, guys. I have, like, 500 plus posts, on there, maybe actually a little bit more. Whenever someone would say, admins, what do you guys do all day? They say, oh, we're working on the salvage shop, which is coming out very soon. That was their excuse for not even joking 4 or 5 months. And then they just dropped it. Same with armor. The armor was 6 months. I checked the length between the video when it was first previewed and it actually released in the game. They worked so hard on it, and now it's not even, you can't even use it, right? There's no more armor in any of the season tiers. There's nothing anymore. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, boy, you worked so hard on it, and then it's just, it's like you put it in for 5 seconds, and then you took it back out after, hyping it up for so freaking long. And that was your excuse, oh, we're working on that, so we can't work on other stuff. So yeah, that's, and guys, I really want to say, I'm trying to be neutral here. I'm trying not to get too, like, PG, you're stupid and whatnot, because you aren't, right? Because PG's, guys, people say this all the time, PG's stupid. They're not. I just don't think common sense is necessary. Like, I don't see how this is smart, in terms of community, because customers should always be right? So I feel like that's not necessarily the case right now. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, either way, guys, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys did, leave a like. Again, guys, share this video, like it if you liked it. If you guys don't like it, or even if you don't like, if you don't like it, then still like the video, right? Because, I just want to make sure that they see this community effort and not just myself. If you guys have anything else to add, please comment. Please comment whether you agree or not. Just say, I agree. What are the things you might add to that? And again, guys, make sure that you comment down below why that should be added and whatnot. Again, guys, sorry if this was a really long video. However, I did want to discuss every single thing in detail. So hopefully this would make it a little bit more easier for them to understand why this needs to be in effect. So, yeah. hope you guys enjoyed. I know, guys, there were some, like, little points that I left out, like, in terms of salvage shop. So the forge and whatnot, in terms of timing, but I feel like that's not necessarily a big issue. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys tomorrow. Again, PG, all I'm asking is for you to look at this and say what you think. You can just send it to me privately. All I'm asking so I can review it with my viewers. You don't have to do it like on the forums. I don't think that's much to ask, but it's something that the community wants. And being, if you really want me to, I can show you the amount of, like, I go into League Chat, I say, hey, everyone, no one has, I've not gone to League Chat once without someone knowing me. Or at least 2 or 3 people knowing me. And it's people who aren't even subscribed, but they know who I am. They give me feedback. They give me stuff like that. And all this jazz. And I can give you, I'm not even joking, thousands of screenshots I've taken over the past 3 months. I have an album on here. And that's just to show you, people legit watch my videos. And I think it could have a big impact on the community if you would give us some information on why you're not doing some stuff, or why you're about to do it, or what you might be thinking about this, and all that. I'm not sure if they're still watching at this point. They might not, but I'll message Pixel to make sure that she sees this part. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.